YouTube, what up though? Listen, if you're new here, my name is Whit and I'm a creative. And look, y'all, your girl just came back from the store, okay? Y'all want to know what I got? Today we're going to be unboxing none other than the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. A lot of people have been telling me about, or not even telling me directly, but like, a lot of my favorite influencers or YouTubers, they all, for some reason, are on this bandwagon of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So y'all know I had to go cop that because what I'm hearing is that this is an amazing alternative to carrying your bulky Sony a7 IV camera around, trying to get 4K footage and all this kind of stuff. And one of the best things about this device is that it's a 4K camera that's already on a gimbal, so stabilization is dope. Some of the effects that you can use on here are dope, and I just really wanted to check it out and see for myself. Also, one of my mentors that I was on the phone with today, one of my photography guys that I look up to, he was like, yo, do you have any other devices that you use to record content? And I'm like, nah, like what? And he was like, man, you got to get that DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I went ahead and had to go pick that up today. And so in this video, we're going to be unboxing this joint. That's the thumbnail, you feel me? Now, I did get the creator combo because there are some things in this box that don't come just with the regular DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This one comes with a few extras. The only reason I bought this is because I wanted the extended battery. That's all I wanted. I know you could buy the extended battery separately, but even on Amazon, it's like $68. Now, I do know that it still would have come out cheaper if I just would have bought the extended battery on Amazon. Being able to go to the Best Buy and just get it right then and there, I don't have to wait for it, and so I paid for that convenience. And now I'm able to do this video for you guys. All right, so we about to get into this unboxing, man. Like I said, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel down below. That is one way that you can show your support for the channel for free. Don't cost you nothing, you feel me? And we are about to unbox this right now. And I'm gonna just show y'all what's in it. So like I said, I got mine from the Best Buy. That was really one of the only places that I could have gotten this from without having to wait for it in the mail. I know B&H sells it. I think Target may sell it, but Best Buy is known for just selling, reputable electronics. So I just went there, although Best Buy does not give military discounts, which is why I was disappointed when I found out Guitar Center doesn't sell these. Very disappointed in that because Guitar Center gives generous military discounts, and they also sell GoPros. So I just didn't understand why they don't sell DJI products, but it is what it is. Or you know what? Probably Sammy's camera would have had this too. If you're out in LA, you know about Sammy's, but it probably would have been hella expensive. So there's that. So there's this tab on the back. You got to take that off. And then you can actually open the box. Cool. Only thing about it is I'm not going to know what these things are when I pull them out. I'm going to assume this is the Osmo Pocket 3. This is very nice. Comes in a really beautiful case. Wow. Has some kind of interesting smell, but this is a really nice DJI case. You could just feel the material of it. It's very nice. If you unzip it, wow, there's a lot of stuff in here, guys. I want to say like the majority of the contents are probably in this thing. So I'm going to put that off to the side. But also in the box, you have your owner's manual, your startup guide, all your warranty stuff that you can scan. What I like to look for though is these decals, the DJI decals. I actually collect these and I like sticking them on stuff. So that's dope. And then you have this white box. Let's see what's in the white box. Okay. Something else that's wrapped in plastic. We don't know what it is yet. What is this? This is, well, inside of this thing, you have it looks like some sort of, I don't know what this is. Let me look at the box to see what it is. This is a protective cover. Got it. So this is a protective cover. That's what this is. This is the only thing that did not fit inside of the case here, but this case is very durable. It's very wow, everything is in here. I really like how it's more of like a pouch. than anything. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's very much so like a coin purse, just like a bigger version. So first thing we have here is the actual DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This is it right here. Like I said, it's already, you know, it's a gimbal in and of itself. So I can just only imagine turning this thing on and getting everything calibrated. We're going to do that in just a second later on in the video. But one of the things that I like about the creator combo that I bought was that this does come with an extended battery. So you have your charging handle, but this right here is the extended battery. And this is really what I bought the creator combo for. Like, I want to be able to record and create with as little interruption as possible. You know, I really don't want to be interrupted every 10 minutes because the battery is dead. So buying the extended battery was so important to me, because it's just like, what's the point of creating if your battery dies every 5 to 10 minutes? That's just not going to work for me. Now, while I don't know how much battery life this gives you, what I do know is that without the extended battery, you can actually charge to like, I don't know, like 86% in like 10 or 12 minutes or something like that. So imagine, you know, if you had a full battery and then you attached the extended battery to it. I think that'd be really dope. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plug that in right there. And immediately when I plugged it in, this turned green. The extended battery is charging the regular unit. So the extended battery is on 56, the regular unit is on 57. So that just kind of goes to show you. And then you can also, the extended battery has a little 1/8 inch circle on the bottom, which I think is cool because you can screw it onto a tripod or a selfie stick if that's what you need to do. But I wouldn't put it on a selfie stick because how would you control the gimbal, you know? But I'm new to this, so I don't know. I'm figuring this out. Maybe there's a way to control the gimbal when it's on a selfie stick or something. I don't know. But so far, I mean, just holding this in my hand is just, it's lightweight. I mean, it does fit in your pocket. I mean, this thing isn't really much bigger than a king size Snicker bar. You know what I mean? And the fact that it's a camera on a gimbal, kind of like what a drone would give you, I think this is dope. This keeps me from having to take my actual DJI Ronin RS4 Pro around everywhere because that thing is ginormous. But just to condense it all down to this right here, wow, so much more compact. So I'm excited about using that. All right, so next inside the pouch, we have, now this is a DJI mic. It's basically similar to what I'm wearing right now. You know, I'm wearing a DJI mic out of the DJI Mic 2-pack. And this seems to be one of the newer versions of the DJI mics that they came out with. So instead of using this one to pair with the Osmo Pocket 3, I might just use the one that it came with, you know what I'm saying? But with this, there has to be a case for this in order for it to charge. And so I take it that somewhere in here, there's a case for this microphone. Because if it's not gonna make much sense to have this microphone in the case at all, because how else would you charge it? Like, I mean, I guess you could charge it with a cable too, but who wants to do that? You know what I mean? But there has to be a way to charge this thing. Otherwise, why do they have these 4 dots underneath the bottom? You know what I mean? Like, I could have done without this. I don't really need that. But it's in here nonetheless. This is just the tripod legs that you can attach to the Osmo Pocket 3. You know, it kind of just gives you a place to hang on to this thing. If you want to sit it down on a table or whatever, you have that. So I think that's pretty neat. I want to stand that up right here next to me. And as the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is charging from the extended battery is also losing power. You got all these gel tabs. Here's your cable. My assumption is that this is the charging cable. But when you put the extended battery on, you would just then insert the cable into the front of the extended battery, and that's where you would charge it from. And I do have to tell you, man, this thing is charging pretty fast. When I first started talking 2 minutes ago, it was on like 50 something, and now it's on 63 something. So that just goes to show you, like, okay, cool. So you do have a cable. Now this is I call this a rabbit. It's just a furry that goes over the microphone head. And it's also a little lanyard clip. I really want to understand where would this lanyard go, because I don't see a place I don't see oh, but there's a place for it on the DJI itself. You know what I mean? So you can literally attach it and then use this to kind of, you know, swing it around. But I wouldn't put this on just yet, especially when you're using the extended battery. You know, I don't want to put a lanyard on here and just be swinging it around. Like, that's crazy. What if your extended battery detaches? Then your DJI just goes flying and you done fucked it up. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's see what this is. I think this is actually a regular battery, just like I imagined. This is like a regular battery. This is half the size of the extended battery, which is here, but this is just a regular battery. So I don't know how much life is left on this. And just like the extended, it has like the 3/8 tripod hole at the bottom, which I think is dope. I mean, that's really it. There's nothing else in here. Oh, actually there is some stuff in here. I skipped some stuff. Let's see what else this is. What we got here. This is the clip magnet for the back of the transmitter. This is a clip right here. It's just a magnet. This is how you would attach the transmitter to your body if you were gonna use it. That's that. Not quite sure why they just didn't put that on the DJI. This is a wide angle lens. So it just gives you a wider shot, which I think is really cool. And I am definitely going to attach this right now because why not? And it just kind of snaps into place like a magnet. Like there wasn't really much for me to do at all. It just kind of snaps in, you know, just that's it. That's really it. So be careful with that though. You know, obviously you don't want it to, you know, go falling out or whatever. But yeah, that's really it, guys. And everything fits into this little pouch right here. And then you can obviously hold the pouch like this with your finger. I think that's really neat. So shout out to DJI for, you know, creating this product. I guess this is your authenticity tag. This is it. So what I want to do now is just, oh wow, I want to get everything like organized and I want to get this cut off. I'm going to pick up all this trash and I'm going to show you guys what it's going to be like once I actually start this thing up and, you know, what it's like for me charging these batteries. Like, you know, I own this thing now and I can't wait to try it out. So about to try it out right now. Let's get to it. Okay, y'all, so excuse my ashy fingers, but here we have the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I want to just kind of show you guys, this is the full frame little piece, and basically it just kind of fits on this like a magnet as soon as you put it there, and you have to let it snap into place. So that's really all it does. You know, I don't really feel like this is a secure mount, but I mean, it snaps into place and I guess it's supposed to be safe there. I'm not sure. So when I cut this thing on, as you can see, it asks me, you know, do I want English? I'm gonna just go ahead and push the circle, or let's see. Yes, touch screen. Cool. So the next screen gives you your device name, Osmo Pocket 3 dash some letters and numbers. And then it says scan the QR code to download DJI Mimo and connect to camera unit to activate. So I'm going to scan this QR code from my phone, and it looks like we're going to have to download yet another app from DJI just to be able to operate this thing. So now we scanned it on our phone. We're opening up the phone and it's probably going to prompt me to download this app, DJI Mimo. There it goes. I'm going to go to get, because chances are I'm going to have to log into this app when using this Pocket 3 to just, you know, adjust some settings or, you know, tweak some stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and download that. And while that's doing that, we're going to come over here. If you swipe right, you get playback. If you swipe left, you can change image and audio parameters. Then it tells you you can switch between shooting modes down here, from video to photo to like low light. You can tap the zoom button to switch between gimbal tilt and zoom control. You can slide it to control zoom or gimbal tilt. Very interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, you check your battery level there. The SD card holds 7 hours and 2 minutes. This is a 128 gigabyte SD card, but some of your shooting modes are photo, video, low light, slow motion, time lapse, And it looks like panoramic something. Panoramic. Obviously, you want to update all your firmware. And this is just, you know, general stuff that you should do whenever you get a new device. You want to make sure everything is updated. It's installing the latest firmware, you know, from all the time that this device has really been sitting in a box and nobody's been using it. There have been, you know, several updates that came out. Let me just plug in my cell phone while I'm talking to y'all. And this is just updating the firmware just to make sure that, you know, you want to do this every time you use your device. Really make sure it's up to date. That includes like drones, cell phones, all types of stuff, because you don't want to ever be caught in a situation where something's malfunctioning because it's just not up to date, you know? Okay, so it looks like this update, the firmware update, is complete. Now we're going to connect to the device. Connection failed. Make sure it's powered on and place it near your mobile phone. We're going to reconnect, try to connect once more. It's attempting to connect. Looks like we may have a connection here. All right, everything is updated as you can see on the screen, or maybe not. There's a little green banner that says updated. Will allow full access to the photos and all this kind of stuff. So now here we really can control the gimbal from the phone, really. So like whatever I'm seeing on my screen, I could flip it with this button here. Now you see the red pillows are on this side, but I could also flip that around. I think that's really cool. Format SD card. Let's do that. Always format your SD card when you put an SD card into it. By the way, I didn't get a chance to show you guys the SD card slot on the Osmo Pocket 3 is right here on the side. I did go ahead and insert my SD card, so that's successful. You can live stream on this thing. So as you can see, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 comes with so many different features that you can play around with. I definitely continue to play around with this thing a lot more, and I just went off and off and off down every rabbit hole imaginable. But I will say this, I've only had it for a couple days, and so far I love it. I'm gonna be posting some videos pretty much from here on out using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, showing you guys how well it shoots. I'm so grateful that I bought this, and I hope you'll consider buying it too, especially if you're a creator. Anyway, if you like this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel, and make sure they subscribe too. For all my real ones, y'all already know how I go. Till next time, peace.